PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hey, this is James Spann. You've clicked onto the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday the 25th of January. It's cold this morning and a wintry mess off to the west, bringing the question up, might we see a few problems here with sleet or freezing rain tonight? We'll talk about that. Let's go to some Skycam shots early this morning. There's a look at the Birmingham camera. From the top of the Daniel building, 19 degrees in Birmingham right now. That's cold. Gadsden showing 18 degrees. And up on Mount Cheaha, I did not look at the thermometer there, and they might be a smidgen warmer up on top of the big mountain there, but I bet you they're still in the teens as a very cold air mass is blown in here from the north as expected. There's a look at our water vapor satellite imagery this morning, and interesting setup there. We got that shallow cold air at the surface. Now in the active southern branch, helping to bring in a system over Texas in here tonight, and we wonder if there might be a brief period of sleet or freezing rain for a few folks. It'll be awfully light, we think, but we'll review that as we go this morning. Boy, look at those numbers. Chicago, 18 below zero this morning. That's pretty tough. Nashville sitting at 13, teens down into Alabama and Georgia. But we are going to warm up this weekend. We'll see a pretty quick turnaround, thank goodness. There's a look at the next wave in the southern branch off to the west, and we note precipitation as far north as Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas. And out of Dallas-Fort Worth, they kind of missed the ice. They were under a winter storm warning as of last night, but this morning, Dallas-Fort Worth Airport sitting at 36. So instead of ice, they're just dealing with rain this morning. So kind of a non-event for them, but it will be a little colder here when that gets in here, but also the air's awfully dry, and initially we'll have, the rain evaporating, and it's the evaporative cooling thing and the wet bulbing, but if any of that can get down to the ground, we might see a little bit of a freezing rain issue in spots late tonight. Here's a look at the current watch warning setup, and we've got those advisories out there in Texas, but again, really for the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it's a non-event. They're well above freezing. It looks like they'll miss any problems. We also note a winter weather advisory up there for southern Arkansas for tonight. And we'll just have to watch this. There's the QPF chart. This is the expected rain across the country, valid through Tuesday evening of next week. And most of that will wind up falling on Tuesday of next week. We think that'll be our best rain day. And this is suggesting rainfall amounts of about 1/2 inch with that. And it tapers off as you go farther to the east. Well, let's look at model output and review this stuff. Here we are at noon today. This is at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet up. Strong zonal flow with the southern branch. And at the surface, you can see the precipitation off to the west. And this is the GFS, by the way, the OZ run. Will be dry today, but clouds will be increasing. And at midday today, all of that is still well to the west. So it'll be dry and rather chilly today. Now, tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, this is somewhat problematic. The models are definitely coming in a smidgen wetter here. For several days, they shunted all this down to the south, and now they have this messy weather farther north. And it will be light. Let's just clearly say that. This is not going to be a big event, but due to the wet bulbing effect, it sure looks like there could be a brief period of some freezing rain in the morning, considering the nature of this air mass. Very shallow, cold air, so there's no snow at all involved in this. It would be either rain, sleet, or freezing rain. At the onset of this, it will probably be sleet, and then as the lower column moistens up, there could be a brief window for some freezing rain. So if you're driving tomorrow morning early, just be aware there could be some patchy bridge icing, and we'll review that again on the afternoon update. Noon tomorrow, the northern half dries out as the wave moves on by. Then by 6 o'clock, it's out of here. I'm not so sure we'll clear up that much. We've got clearing in our forecast tomorrow afternoon, but any rain or precipitation should be in the morning. And then Sunday will really start to warm up. The latest guidance coming in a smidgen cooler. Instead of low 60s, they've got upper 50s, and that's probably right, but still a much more comfortable day with a good deal of sunshine. Monday of next week, We're under ridging here, big trough out west at the surface. That still looks like a dry and mild day. Big surface low up there over northwestern Minnesota, and then Tuesday, that surface low rolls up there toward Hudson Bay with a trailing front. And unfortunately, this run is not quite as wet as previous runs. Instead of the 1/2 to 1 inch, this is now suggesting a 1/4 to 1/2 inch with that. And again, no severe weather would look like that. And then Wednesday, that is on by. Thursday of next week, this one looks much more optimistic for a big rain. There's a look at the surface chart on Thursday, the surface low near Tupelo. And that would be pretty wet. And then Friday, that one is on by. That's a week from today, the 1st of February. And quickly, we'll go trolling a little bit. This is the 4th of February. We got a ridge in place here, big trough out west. Looks like a surface low near Wichita Falls with a warm front north of here. The next day comes on in here with a good rain event, and on the 6th, the rain tapers off, but hopefully somewhere in that time frame we'll get some good rain. And every model run has looked different. I'll say that. The confidence and specifics awfully small out here. Into the cycle, the 9th, nice-looking shortwave, kind of looks wet, maybe a little bit of snow in the backside, but in this active pattern, it's going to be tough dealing with these things more than a few days in advance. That's it for the Weather Extreme video this morning. Notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so this afternoon. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.